A hospital parking camera captured something you need to see. Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully, for what I am about to reveal is not ordinary. It is a moment, frozen in time, captured by human eyes yet witnessed by heaven." The camera, stationed silently in the hospital parking lot, recorded more than movement, more than cars and shadows. It recorded a crossing of realms, a doorway that should not be opened lightly. I am sending this message because what you are about to see will shock the mind, but awaken the soul. Do not scroll. Do not dismiss this as coincidence. Something is happening that the world cannot yet comprehend, but you were chosen to witness it. The hospital, a place of healing and of pain, stands like a fortress between the earthly and the divine. Cameras are trained to watch for theft, for accidents, for ordinary human mistakes, but this night, one camera saw a truth so profound it could not be ignored. A figure emerged in the darkness, moving not as a man, not as a shadow, but as a presence, a light bending the rules of this world. Every movement was deliberate, yet impossible. It glided, it hovered, it shifted between dimensions without disturbing the cars, without triggering alarms. Archangel Michael continues, "Many will doubt. Many will say it is a trick of light, a shadow, a reflection in the lens. But I am telling you, the cameras do not lie. Heaven has marked this moment, and the presence you are about to see carries a message of urgent warning, of protection, and of revelation. Do not ignore it. Do not let your heart harden in disbelief. The one who sees and believes will be shielded. The one who turns away will not understand the chains that nearly fell upon them. The footage begins with ordinary scenes, the hum of a night shift, the low glow of street lamps, a lone car rolling into the parking lot. But then, at precisely 2:17 a.m., a shimmer appears in the corner of the frame. At first, it seems like a reflection, like the faint flicker of headlights. But then, it grows sharper, more defined. The shimmer becomes a figure, tall, cloaked in light, and impossibly still. For a moment, it pauses, as if acknowledging the camera. Then, without moving a muscle, it seems to multiply, echoing across the asphalt, as though bending reality itself. Archangel Michael warns, do not be deceived by what seems impossible. The veil between the living and the divine, between danger and salvation, is thinner than you imagine. This figure, this being, is not of evil, but of urgent intervention. The hospital you see, the lives being treated within, are in the crosshairs of unseen forces. Tonight, only those who heed my warning will be shielded. The cameras captured it so you would see, so you would prepare. The light begins to interact with the environment. A car door that was ajar swings shut on its own. The engine of a waiting car sputters to life without a driver. Shadows twist and retract, as if fleeing from an unseen authority. Nurses and doctors in the building above are oblivious, yet their fates are intertwined with the figure in the parking lot. The presence radiates calm and terror simultaneously. Calm, because it brings protection; terror, because it exposes what most refuse to see: the fragility of life, the suddenness of divine judgment, and the miracles that hover just beyond perception. Archangel Michael says, "Every camera, every light, every security device you trust is but a witness. It sees the surface, yet it does not understand the purpose." I am telling you now, what you see is not random. This visitation is meant to alert, to shield, and to awaken. There is someone watching this, someone reading these words, who will be spared a calamity simply because they believed, simply because they stayed alert. You are the chosen observer. The figure's movements become intentional. It approaches a car parked near the hospital entrance, a car that moments before would have been in the path of disaster. A shadowy hand, luminous and vast, reaches toward the vehicle. The camera captures the gesture, but it is almost invisible to the naked eye. The car remains unharmed, untouched, as if shielded by invisible armor. The presence then turns, not toward the camera, but toward the sky, and for a brief moment, its form expands, filling the lot with radiant energy. Archangel Michael warns, "You may wonder, why here? Why now?" The hospital is a place where life and death intersect every day. You must understand, this is not the first time heaven has intervened in such a way. But rarely is it captured for human eyes. The ones who see are not merely witnesses, they are participants. Their awareness, their faith, their vigilance, matters. Tonight, the unseen hands that guide life and prevent catastrophe have acted. This is your sign to trust, to watch, to prepare. The footage continues, revealing subtle details: a nurse dropping a syringe that never touches the floor, a patient about to fall who is suddenly steadied by an unseen hand, a visitor who forgets their keys only to have them mysteriously returned. Each incident, seemingly ordinary, is part of a greater orchestration. Each moment is recorded, preserved, and marked for divine reference. Archangel Michael says, "Some will say it is coincidence. Some will say it is imagination. But I am telling you, these events are threads in the tapestry of salvation." The camera does not lie, but many hearts do. Open your eyes. Open your mind. Recognize the pattern. Divine intervention is not loud, it is precise, it is deliberate, and it often passes unnoticed by those unprepared to see it. The footage you are about to view is a rare glimpse into that precision. And then, as suddenly as it appeared, the figure fades. The shimmer collapses into the night, leaving the parking lot exactly as it was before. Yet everything has changed. Those who are alert feel the shift, the subtle rearrangement of destiny. Accidents are averted, harm prevented, blessings silently bestowed. The cameras have witnessed the invisible, and now, you are witnessing the cameras. Archangel Michael concludes, take this seriously. Share this warning. Understand that life is fragile, and unseen forces walk beside you, sometimes guiding, sometimes protecting. Pay attention to the ordinary moments, they are often the stage for extraordinary intervention. Heaven watches, angels guard, and I, Michael, speak directly to those who are willing to see. Remember, not all who watch will understand, but those who believe, those who open their hearts, will be spared. This is not a story. This is not a legend. This is reality captured by your eyes, confirmed by the cameras, sanctioned by heaven. Archangel Michael says, do you feel it? The stillness that follows a storm, the silence after a warning? That is not empty air, it is the space where heaven moves, where unseen hands rearrange the course of events. Many of you have walked past hospitals at night, believing the quiet is simply the absence of sound. But listen closely, because every empty hallway, every flickering light, is an invitation to witness the extraordinary. The camera captured what human eyes often miss, but now, through me, you are given understanding. The shimmer that vanished did not leave entirely. Its presence lingers in corners, in reflections, in the faintest trace of wind brushing against metal. Every car in that lot, every patient, every visitor, they are part of a story being written by forces you cannot see. Those who pay attention will notice subtle signs, a shadow that moves against the natural flow, a light that bends strangely, a sound that should not exist. These are not coincidences, they are messages, woven with care by heaven itself. Archangel Michael says, some of you will see this and scoff. You will rationalize it as a trick of technology, as a digital error, as imagination. But hear me now, technology can capture only a fragment. It can preserve only a shadow of what truly occurs. The full reality, the truth of what unfolded, is known to heaven. The camera serves as a bridge, giving mortal eyes a glimpse, but the wisdom lies in understanding the unseen pattern. You are part of that pattern if you recognize it. You are part of that plan if you allow belief to guide you. The footage shifts slightly, as if revealing layers hidden from ordinary observation. A hospital worker walks across the lot, unaware of the luminous figure that steps lightly behind them, invisible to mortal vision but tangible in presence. Keys drop, phones fall, bags shift, and yet no harm comes. The figure guides, shields, and corrects. Time itself seems to pause, bending in subtle ways so that accidents do not occur, that lives are preserved, that moments of despair are quietly erased. Archangel Michael says, this is a lesson for your eyes and for your soul. Do not wait for disaster to recognize the unseen hand of protection. It acts even before you are aware of the danger. It intervenes silently, subtly, yet decisively. Tonight, the hospital parking lot became a stage, and the angels performed acts that no human will ever fully comprehend. Those who witnessed it, even through the lens of a camera, have been given knowledge. Knowledge carries responsibility. You must not dismiss it lightly. A sudden flash on the footage reveals more than one figure. They appear like shadows merging with light, each distinct yet unified in purpose. One seems to hover above a patient's car, another glides near a nurse entering the building. They move with precision, each action timed perfectly to prevent harm, to avert misfortune. Every observer of this scene, whether aware or unaware, is part of the intricate design. The camera does not capture intention, only effect, but the effects are undeniable. Archangel Michael warns, "Do you see the message hidden in what you call ordinary? Every life touched, every action prevented, every danger diverted, it is a declaration of care from heaven. Do not be fooled into thinking that only the extraordinary deserves attention. The ordinary is often the battlefield where destiny is decided. The protection you see is extended not for grandeur, but for the small, the routine, the overlooked moments that determine survival and blessing. Watch closely, because understanding this will change your perspective forever." The figures in the footage pause, their presence faint but undeniable. They communicate without words, without sounds that human ears can hear. The camera catches their glow, their subtle shifts of energy, and through these movements, one can sense intent, purpose, and love. These are not beings of malice, they are guardians, messengers, warriors of the divine, ensuring that the thread of life is preserved against chaos and harm. Archangel Michael says, "Some of you will think this is fear-mongering, a tale to frighten. But I am speaking truth. Heaven intervenes not to scare, but to protect, to awaken, to redirect. The signs are everywhere if you choose to see them. A misplaced item returned mysteriously, a sudden change in weather preventing accident, a feeling of instinctive caution, it is all part of the pattern. The parking camera was the first witness, the human eye now joins as the second. You are being asked to notice, to understand, to trust. You are being asked to act with awareness, not just reaction. As the night deepens in the footage, a new element appears. The figure, or figures, gather near a corner where a car was almost hit by an unseen danger, a rolling cart that should have caused injury, a shadowy figure that should have startled a driver. Each intervention is precise. Each protection is deliberate. And yet, to the casual observer, nothing seems different. Only the camera, the lens of heaven, captured the truth. Archangel Michael says, "You may ask why only now? Why this footage, this camera, this night? Timing is everything in the realm of intervention. Certain moments, certain places, certain choices determine whether disaster strikes or salvation prevails. You have been chosen to see this because you must learn that nothing is random, nothing is without purpose. The ordinary world is layered with extraordinary activity. You must cultivate awareness, understanding, and humility. The protection you see is available to all who open their hearts to it, but only those who notice will recognize it. And then the footage captures a brief, startling detail. A shadowy hand reaches out toward the sky. A faint vibration moves through the air. The figures shimmer and begin to fade, leaving the lot intact, unbroken, untouched by harm. Cars remain parked, patients continue their routines, staff remain safe, yet the unseen danger that could have struck has been diverted. The message is clear: vigilance, faith, and openness to the unseen are shields stronger than any metal or lock. Archangel Michael says, "Remember this night. Remember the shimmer, the light, the intervention. Let it remind you that the divine acts in ways you cannot always perceive, yet always with precision, with love, and with purpose." Carry this knowledge into your life. Do not wait for cameras to capture miracles before you believe in them. Let the awareness guide your actions, your decisions, and your understanding of the world around you. You are never alone, even in moments of fear, danger, or uncertainty. The final moments of the footage show the lot returning to quiet, the figures gone, yet the energy remains. A warmth lingers in the air, a sense of calm that permeates beyond the lens, touching every soul who witnessed, even indirectly, the protection granted. The camera has recorded an invisible truth, a hidden miracle, a reminder that heaven moves when we are unaware. Archangel Michael concludes, "Take this message and share it, not to frighten, not to boast, but to awaken. Let the knowledge that protection exists, that unseen forces act on your behalf, guide your life. Watch for the signs. Notice the patterns. Open your eyes, your heart, and your mind. The ordinary is extraordinary when seen through the eyes of faith." You have been chosen to witness this event, to understand it, and to carry its lesson forward. Do not let it slip into doubt or forgetfulness. Guard it in your soul as you would guard the lives entrusted to you. Archangel Michael says, "Now listen carefully, because what comes next is not seen by ordinary eyes, nor understood by ordinary minds." The camera that recorded this event captured only fragments, shadows of a truth so powerful that your human senses cannot fully process it. But I will explain. Every heartbeat, every breath, every motion that night was observed, measured, and protected by forces you cannot see. The hospital parking lot was transformed into a battlefield of destiny, where every life hanging in the balance was safeguarded by the unseen. The footage shows an empty hospital entrance, the wind rustling the leaves in the lot, but there is a subtle glow, almost imperceptible at first. Then a car slowly approaches. The driver appears normal, unaware of the protective presence surrounding them. But suddenly, a shadow lurches across their path, something that could have caused a terrible accident. And yet, the camera captures a light, a presence stepping in, redirecting the shadow, stabilizing the car, ensuring safety. The motion is smooth, almost elegant, yet it defies the laws of physics. Archangel Michael continues, "Do not underestimate what you are witnessing. Many will call it a trick of light, a reflection, a camera malfunction. But I tell you, this is divine orchestration. Heaven does not act recklessly. It acts with precision. It acts with purpose." The figure that appeared, glowing, shifting, powerful, did not just intervene, it taught a lesson. The lesson is simple: when danger approaches, there are forces that guard the innocent, the faithful, and the alert. What was captured on that camera is a sign for you, a message for all who are willing to see beyond the veil. The footage continues, revealing more subtle interventions. A pedestrian walking near the lot almost trips on a misplaced object, but an unseen hand lifts the obstacle just in time. A nurse carrying medical supplies drops a tray, and instead of shattering, the items hover and settle safely. Each incident, though minor, carries immense significance, demonstrating the delicate balance maintained by divine intervention. Archangel Michael says, "I am telling you now, these small miracles are just as important as the large ones." Each act of protection, no matter how subtle, prevents suffering, preserves life, and maintains the sacred order. You must begin to see the pattern in your own life. Many of you have narrowly escaped harm without understanding why. These are not accidents. They are interventions, moments when heaven steps in to protect you, even if you remain unaware. And yet, tonight, the camera bore witness, leaving no room for doubt. The figures in the footage begin to interact in more complex ways. One moves toward a delivery truck whose brakes failed moments earlier, its presence stabilizing the vehicle and preventing a collision. Another figure hovers above the parking lot, casting a protective aura over every parked car. The camera captures it in brief flashes, too fast for the human eye to follow, yet the pattern is unmistakable. Something beyond comprehension is at work. Archangel Michael warns, "You may feel fear or disbelief. That is natural. But I urge you, do not let it paralyze you. Instead, let it awaken you." Awareness of the unseen is the first step toward true protection. Faith in the divine is not passive, it is active. It allows the protective forces to work through and around you. Those who dismiss these signs will remain blind to them, walking into danger unaware. But you who witness this, who read these words, are given knowledge. Use it wisely. Suddenly, the footage shows a dramatic moment. A car, left running near the entrance, begins to roll backward, threatening to hit another vehicle. A figure emerges, not from the lot itself, but from the air above, descending in a radiant shimmer. Its presence causes time to slow subtly, the tires squeal, the driver freezes in confusion, and yet, no collision occurs. The car stops, perfectly aligned, untouched. The figure fades, leaving behind a faint glow, a signature of divine precision. Archangel Michael says, "Do you understand the significance of what you are seeing? Every saved life, every prevented accident, every subtle miracle is a testament to vigilance and protection. The unseen works tirelessly, often unnoticed, often unacknowledged. And now, for a brief moment, the camera has given human eyes the opportunity to witness it. This is rare. This is sacred. You are seeing what few will ever see. Remember it. Reflect on it. And let it change the way you walk through your life." The footage then shows the figures moving to the far edge of the parking lot, their glow intensifying for a brief moment. A dark presence appears, a shadow that had lingered unnoticed, threatening minor chaos. The luminous figures confront it, their light intersecting the darkness, pushing it back. The shadow recoils, twisting unnaturally, unable to overcome the divine force. The camera captures the clash in quick bursts, a silent battle between unseen forces of light and darkness. Archangel Michael warns, this is the reality most do not perceive. Every night, in moments seemingly mundane, forces of light battle unseen darkness to preserve life, to maintain order, to protect the innocent. The hospital lot you saw is but a microcosm of a much larger struggle. What was captured is a small fragment, yet it demonstrates the truth: the universe is alive with intention. Those who understand this are empowered. Those who do not remain vulnerable. This is why vigilance matters. This is why awareness matters. This is why you must watch, you must notice, you must believe. As the night progresses in the footage, more miracles unfold. A child running toward the lot's entrance is stopped mid-step by a gentle force, preventing an accident. A doctor carrying critical supplies drops them, but the items float to safety. A stray animal wanders onto the pavement, and the luminous figures guide it harmlessly away from danger. Each act is brief, subtle, yet monumental in its effect. Archangel Michael says, "You may be tempted to dismiss these moments as coincidence, but they are far more than that. Heaven works in patterns, in sequences, in deliberate measures. The ordinary is infused with extraordinary intention. And the camera, the lens of human technology, has captured a reflection of that divine order. You must learn to read these signs in your life, to see them as protection, guidance, and affirmation. Every saved life, every prevented tragedy, every miracle that goes unnoticed is a testament to the careful orchestration of divine forces." And then, as the night begins to approach dawn, the figures converge into a single radiant form above the center of the lot. Its glow is blinding, yet comforting. The camera captures a final, magnificent moment. The shimmer pulses, then dissipates entirely, leaving the lot calm, orderly, and untouched by harm. Those who witnessed it, though unaware in real time, have been touched by its protection, their lives subtly redirected toward safety. Archangel Michael concludes, "This is the truth I bring to you. The camera has shown you a fragment of heaven's intervention. Let it serve as a reminder, you are never alone. Forces beyond comprehension walk beside you, protecting you, guiding you, safeguarding the paths of your life. Awareness and faith are your keys. Trust in the unseen. Recognize the signs. And live with the knowledge that even in the quietest, darkest moments, you are watched over, preserved, and loved." The ordinary is extraordinary when perceived with understanding. The unseen is the most powerful reality you will ever experience.